if I'm with your you should know. She with us, nah, she ain't coming home. My new see me every day. Tinted windows on the whip, you can't see me anyway. Make a lot of wishes, need a genie any day. And she ain't really want you, all she really want is Prada. That's on my shoes, that's on my shirt, that's on my collar. Once I hit it back.
First up, customize your My Player, set your abilities, and choose your takeovers. Then, hop into some games. And as you continue to play, not only will your skills increase, but so will your visibility within the league.
As your career progresses on the court, you'll level up and unlock special opportunities, items, and salary improvements.
The city of Denver is in full motion tonight as we get set to bring you the action from the Pepsi Center. Hello, fans. Welcome to this presentation of the NBA Sunday night action right here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Michael Porter Jr. fell to Fort.
Well, he's got the right coach, and he is a terrific young talent. That's a pretty good match. David, thank you. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Outside, the wings are Brown and Tatum. Mr. Clutch out there with Williams, and it's Morant in at the 1. And for the Nuggets, Gordon and Jokic hold down the post for him. Jamal Murray is out there with Cook, and it's Porter at the 3, the small forward. For those teams, Greg, that had head coaching changes, how long does it take to fully implement a new system?
Well, it typically takes a full season, and it also depends just on how complicated the system is. But all things being equal, the experienced teams often learn faster because they just understand the game better.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the night right here. And the first one drops. Both free throws good for Mr. Clutch. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. Jokic against Morant. The drive by Jokic. Yep, that one goes.
The confidence Jokic has is impressive, as is his skill level. He knows he can get it done on the drive pretty much whenever he decides to drive.
And that one drops.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. Not there.
And just so dynamic at that lead guard position. Morant there just stuffs it.
Outside, Porter. Murray against Morant. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Gordon inside. It's blocked. Brown the pass to Morant for Murray. And Morant gets it to go on the assist by Brown.
And it just seems like Morant is always ready to outwork the defense. A big effort pays off to him there inside.
Now here's Murray. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
The shot's good. 6 points for Mr. Clutch. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Celtics.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Porter passes to Jokic to the middle. Shot to stop the run.
And you know what? Call it great defense or poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring.
Bottom line is they're ahead on the scoreboard, and that's all that matters.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And you got to love a team that can maintain its composure on the road. Take good shots and knock them down with confidence.
Well, efficiency is critical, and I love how they ran their offense and got quality shots out of their sets.
Denver making a switch here. Najee's checked in. Back to Murray. The pass to Cook. 5 to shoot. Launches a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open. And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And if you're wondering if Ja Morant lacks for confidence, well, look no further than his point god moniker. This kid is fearless, and he's hungry, and he plays with that proverbial chip on his shoulder.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Who's the best young catalyst in the game? Some people will say Doncic, some will say Trae Young, and some might even say Ja Morant.
Now here. Here's Murray. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. It's deflected. Morant with it. Now guarded by Porter. Mr. Clutch. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 5 assists in the game. And Craig, you talk about the fearlessness for Morant, reminiscent of Allen Iverson, the way he throws his body all around.
I mean, get knocked down, get right back up. At the same time, at 6'3", he can add strength to that frame. I know that's the goal of his as he looks to absorb contact and dish out a little of his own.
Both teams will make substitutions. Pass to Mr. Clutch. The Celtics working the ball around now. From about 16, and the rebound goes to Martin.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Green, he's checked in for Nikola Jokic. And a change for the Celtics. White's checked in. Outside, Martin. They kick it out to Green. Shot clock at 6. Good D by LeBron. Boston leading by 10. And he goes in for the dunk.
and they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Hits it from three-point range. Here's Mr. Clutch into the lane.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And so it's Boston holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We come back right after this. Some historic numbers put up by Nikola Jokic, but
it's easy for me, actually. I mean, I have such a great teammate. I mean, it's easy, really easy for me.
And it's certainly true, Greg. There's a depth of talent on this team.
With complementary skill sets, too, but let's not kid ourselves. It all revolves around the Joker and his unique skill set. They'll go as far as he takes them.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Celtics here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Green is out there with Martin. Then there's Monte Morris. It's Najee in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
With some arc. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mr. Clutch in their last game against the Raptors was phenomenal. He finished with 32 points and played tremendous defense as well, really causing havoc on both ends of the floor. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
The catalyst for that win, it was an effort that
This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Definitely, that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Inside, here's Gordon, and it's denied. Murray against Tatum. Mr. Clutch, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Hey, defenders already have a lot to worry about with Tatum scoring. When he's making passes like that, too, watch out.
Outside, Porter. Back to Murray. Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Morant. And it's Jokic missing.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Murray against Morant. Murray, no good. Down low, 6 feet out. Here's Mr. Clutch. Goes to the reverse layup and puts it in. And now, 24 points for Mr. Clutch.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
And so it's Boston in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What can you say, Mr. Clutch? An impressive effort here today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
On the court for the Celtics. Outside, the wings are Brown and Tatum. Williams is out there with Mr. Clutch. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. Now with guys like Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, we've seen, Clark, the resurgence of the center position in the NBA.
Yeah, how about that, Kevin? A little bit of back to the future, because historically centers were the go-to guys on title teams when you look at the history of the game. Even though we've shifted to a perimeter game, we've seen the skilled big men have MVP caliber seasons the last several years.
To the inside. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
Tatum on the wing. And there's the pass to Mr. Clutch. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. It's going to be on Jokic. For Boston, they have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic is arguably the greatest passing center of all time. Arguably, because Nikola is in the conversation. But Jokic sees the game a frame ahead. Nikola said, "I just look where defenders are standing, listen to what they're talking about, and their play calls. For me, it's a normal thing. I just wonder what they're doing, and I do the opposite." Kevin, it's simple, actually. I'm going to do the opposite now and stop talking.
No. You keep talking, we'll keep listening, and David, thank you very much.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Williams against Murray. Snatched away. And here they come. The three from Tatum. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Tatum's got 7.
He's an accomplished outside shooter, and Tatum's confidence and shot selection, I think it's what makes him so deadly.
Denver calls timeout. And in this era of player empowerment, Clark, do you think star players have ever had more leverage than they do today?
No question they have not. With social media, the platforms players have been able to build, the following the NBA has, not just domestically, but globally, all of that has converged to give players a significant amount of power. And not to discount the fact that players are more aware and educated in so many of the business aspects of the game than I've ever seen them. And that's an encouraging sign from my perspective. Well, LeBron James is clearly a tremendously talented passer. When a guy is open, he'll get him the ball.
Dishes it to Porter. They double him with Mitchell. Aji buries it from three-point range. Aji's got his second bucket.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
A rebound by Mitchell.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
To the paint, here's Mr. Clutch, and the layup is good. 32 points for Mr. Clutch.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Back to Morris, and Morris throws it down.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Boston's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land, 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. You know, Clark, there's a patience to Morris's game that gives this team confidence.
Yeah, and I like it too, Kevin. I mean, he makes really excellent reads and never seems to be in a hurry or playing outside of himself. And he can orchestrate with the best of them.
No good on the free throw. Green, he's checked in for the Nuggets. The Celtics also changing it up. Trice comes in for Mitchell. And Derek White subbed in for Morant. And he's good on the second. 1:51 left to play here in the third. Morris looking over the floor. White with the defensive effort. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Pass to LeBron. Inside. Here's Mr. Clutch. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Celtics making a switch. One minute now into this fourth quarter. Murray finds Porter. Denver passing it around. Passes it to Jokic. Over Williams. And it's Jokic missing.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
The forwards are Porter and Gordon. Cook out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Jokic in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Brown with it, now guarded by Porter. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
Brown kicks to Tatum. Back to Brown. 5 on the clock, and that one good.
And, you know, really, guys, Brown is very talented at knocking down shots, even when getting hit.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Celtics.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
To the inside. Here's Jokic. That shot no good. And the Celtics going the other way now.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Mr. Clutch, the pass to Williams. To the middle. Out to Morant. Takes a shot at the elbow. Pass to Mr. Clutch. It's hauled in by Michael Porter.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Austin making some changes. Mitchell, he's checked in for Williams. Batum comes in for Jason Tatum. And it's Pritchard in for Morant. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Out to the wing. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Holiday against Mitchell. And Holiday kicks to Muscala. It's deflected.
A capable defensive player. That wingspan of Batum's really an asset in blocking shots.
Denver making a switch here. Green's checked in. For Boston, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Down low, here's Mr. Clutch. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 3 assists now in this one. Denver's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. We've got 1:48 left in the game. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Clark, we know injury prevention is a huge aspect for teams, and it seems like training staffs hold a lot more weight than they did in the past.
I think you're exactly right, Kevin. No doubt about it, and for good reason. I mean, the medical staffs include doctors and trainers and physiotherapists and the like, and they really have enhanced what goes into preparing players for their seasons throughout their careers, and it's become more precise, it's better. Yet there are still going to be injuries, but the treatment and care players get now, I think, is platinum level across the league.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Najee's checked in. Yep, that one goes in there.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
And so here's Denver. Inside, here's Muscala, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Celtics.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And in a 2-game season series, you always want to take charge of game 1. And exactly what they're doing here tonight against the Nuggets.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was
for Mr. Clutch.
Well, he was swatting shots all game long. Really owned the defensive end and got a ton of blocks and really protected that rim.
The pass to Batum. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Mr. Clutch. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. He's off on the first. That's off as well, so he misses both. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Again with the block, making his felt on this end.
He's holding down the fort, anchoring the defense.
Here's Mr. Clutch, guarded by Green. They get it back, and he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Mr. Clutch. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Mr. Clutch has got 41.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Here's Holiday. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off just sensational stuff.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. See you next time.
Absolutely tremendous job defensively, MP. Hey, walk.
Look, everything starts on the defensive end for us. Good defense.
shoes, that's on my shirt, that's on my collar. Once I hit her back, cause I'm a baller. I told that to do it, and she said, Tada. I get a lot of guala, I spend it all on Prada. That's on my shoes, that's on my shirt, that's on my collar. Once I hit her back, cause I'm a baller. I told that to do it, and she said, Tada. I get a lot of guala, I spend it all on Prada. Shorty said she really like designer. On that the body I designed. That's on my shoes, that's on my shirt, that's on my collar. Once I hit her back, cause I'm a baller.
feel as though I'm cheated because instead of me fulfilling my prophecy at the start, instead of me, doing a good job of carrying on the empire I built, and that's the job for a 21-year-old. You know what I'm saying? That's the job for any youngster, male or female, to have to build an empire.
Okay.
First on the track.
I be feeling like I don't be popping enough, I be humble. I'ma keep showing my earth if I want.
acting funny, probably thinking need. I thought I was faking. She say thought I was taking. I'm ready to make it. Is you saying to go? I do my little dancey dance. I go. My pants with bands, we playing. And I don't think the talk is cheap. Cause now they talking to me, they paying me. I probably say the word too much. I'm a rip. I don't be giving them. Tommy Hilfiger fist with the shit come and go. When you stay down like this, you rock Benny. Okay. He broke his put a boot on him. Put out, put a move on. He wanna be just like baby. Real on the low, trying to do what I do, don't. Yeah. Just so you prepared, I'ma let you know. They probably told you I'm scared, but I'm ready though. No. The industry can't take the hood out of me. About to go get some armor. They new whipping this flash. On my hip in this class. This is love. I like it. I'm a damn. That's how I live. She told me she wanna act key. I told her don't know what that is. That ain't how we speak. I broke her heart in a piece. She probably gon' call that a live. I be feeling like I don't be popping enough. I be hopping. I'm showing my earth if I won't. Hang up the phone on AF block the number. I told you don't play with me. And she be acting funny, probably thinking need. I thought I was faking. She say thought I was taking. I'm ready to mingle. Is you saying to go? I always had a thing for swear the tree. I'm known to set it out like Queen of TV. You wanna make Billboard and get a feature with baby look yeah. Hot. One song on the Billboard, he still got it. You ain't gonna never see me hate on no game. I think it's worth better. I'm trying to be shocked with yeah, what you need. We having the they moving fast. You can imagine that on the way. Mad, go. Have him with the ad, come on. The flow mattress. They probably saying I'm not on y'all. Feel like, hey, are we talking about practice? I be feeling like I don't be popping enough. I be humble. I'ma keep showing my earth if I won't. We taking my phone, I have like a number. I told you don't play with me. We talking. She be acting funny, probably thinking need. I thought I was faking. She say thought I was taking. I'm ready to mingle. Is you saying to go?
Don't struggle on your legs. Run away, I'll call the beam, the legs, try to do it. Had to stand off in the spot. The dreads off, like what is laying on the mouth, dugging in my box. Riding with a T-shirt, out her heat, make a big box. He made that shot turn, roll his spot, pick a car. Out of my skin, make a big box. In my head, with my
I like it. Great choice.
my shoes, that's on my shirt, that's on my collar. Once I hit her back, cause I'm a baller. I told that to do it, and she said, Tada. I get a lot of guala, I spend it all on Prada. That's on my shoes, that's on my shirt, that's on my collar. Once I hit her back, cause I'm a baller. I told that to do it, and she said, Tada. I get a lot of guala, I spend it all on Zana. Shorty said she really like designer. Want that the body I designed her. Riding Kawasaki, better slide up. Rollers got his. If I'm in the city, you should know. I'm in that 4-door, me and 3. If I'm with your you should know. She with us, nah, she ain't coming home. My new see me every day. Tinted windows on the whip, you can't see me anyway. Make a lot of wishes, need a genie any day. And she ain't really want you, all she really want is Prada. That's on my shoes, that's on my shirt, that's on my collar. Once I hit her back, cause I'm a baller. I told that to do it, and she said, Tada. I get a lot of guala, I spend it all on Prada. That's on my shoes, that's on my shirt, that's on my collar. Once I hit her back, cause I'm a baller. I told that to do it, and she said, Tada. I get a lot of guala, I spend it all on flashy clothes, you know, and we're getting and plenty dough. Won't let the gang change me. Going golden, and I had to go some more. But they don't really phase me. I was 18, broke as a do what I had to do. 19, stuck in a dream, acting irrational. 20,000 on me, we call that casual. All before the age of 21, and still ain't chasing, cause they ain't give a way back before I was up, oh no. And I ain't saving, cause they be trying to front, but I know what you want, she wants some Prada. That's on my shoes, that's on my shirt, that's on my collar. Once I hit her, cause I'm a baller. I tell that to do it, and she said, Tada. That's on my shoes, that's on my shirt, that's on my collar. And once I hit her back, cause I'm a baller. I tell that to do it, and she said, Tada. Guala, spend it all on.
Hello to all the mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day. Glad to have you with us for this special presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. We're inside the Wells Fargo Center, live from Philadelphia. It's the 76ers.
And you look around the league, and it's hard to see a team that could challenge this group right now. If they keep playing like this, I'm not convinced anyone is going to break this streak.
Yeah, every challenge that's been thrown their way, they mean it. I mean, every time you think they might fold, they don't. Pretty incredible.
Now here is Harris. Pass to Thibault. Doesn't go for him. Wiggins with some nice D. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Well, something, Greg, we can't take for granted. It's nice just to see Klay Thompson out on the floor.
No doubt, Kevin. You know, the NBA is just a better league with a healthy Klay Thompson. Makes this team more fun to watch. Good for humor and one incredible performance a year.
Here's Curry. 76ers getting the bucket. Thompson from long range. Here's Green. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball. Now Harden. 17 points in his last outing.
Really like seeing Harden take it strong inside. So crafty in how he finishes near the bucket.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now, you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Embiid wide open. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
I mean, he can wow you with his passes. I mean, that's as good of a pass as any three-pointer Curry's going to hit.
Out left to the wing. And that one's good. Maxey.
Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Talk talk about the great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
Bible on the wing. A fresh 14 for Philadelphia. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Such a force of nature inside. I love how hard Embiid goes to pick up these fouls.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
And when you bring up the process to Embiid, he just says it's an ongoing thing.
Yeah, he's explained it a few times. I mean, it's a process for making the playoffs.